This month marks the 800th anniversary of the gift of the Rosary to the Catholic Church. Hundreds gathered at Our Lady of CZESTOCHOWA Church in Turners Falls earlier this month for a special service honoring the Blessed Mother and her gift to the Catholic Church. Carolee McGrath has our story.
Hundreds of parishioners from Our Lady of CZESTOCHOWA Church in Turners Falls gathered on a recent Sunday afternoon to pray the Rosary. It's a prayer Catholics no doubt have taken for granted over the years. Many others who are not Catholic assume the Rosary is a way to worship Mary, the Mother of God, which is not the case. But those gathered here understand the Rosary for what it is, a powerful devotion to our Blessed Mother, and a special way to ask her to lead us to her Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ.
We're not worshiping her. We are putting ourselves under her care and protection, and she helps us in our prayers. She prays for us, she prays with us, and we are her children. She is our mother, and she takes us to Jesus.
Joanne Dowdy is a member of the Rosary Society at the Turners Falls Parish, which hosted the special Rosary and Benediction service of Thanksgiving to mark the 800th anniversary.
This is a big event, and a lot of what we want to do is promote the Rosary in the Rosary Society. The Rosary Society prays for the Church and prays the Rosary every day for the Church. And I think that the anniversary of the Rosary is a real celebration of this gift that we have from Our Lady, to have her intercede on our behalf in so many ways.
The Holy Rosary as we know it dates back to 1214. That's when the Blessed Mother appeared to St. Dominic in France. She gave him the Rosary as a way to convert the Albigensians and others at the time. Father Charles D. Mescola is the pastor of Our Lady of CZESTOCHOWA Parish.
The Rosary is a tool for meditation on the life of Jesus. And so as you pray the Rosary, you develop an intimate relationship with Jesus. So Mary is actually leading us to Jesus.
Given all that's going on in the Middle East and the vicious terror attacks and the fear of more terror attacks, people here say Catholics everywhere need to be praying the Rosary, going to the Blessed Mother, who is our mother, and asking for her protection and asking her to lead everyone to her Son Jesus. Father Gary Daly, the Director of Vocations for the Diocese of Springfield, preached during the service.
The Rosary has been a powerful prayer for hundreds of years, and Pope Francis right now is really called on Catholics throughout the world to pray the Rosary fervently for not only the conversion of souls, but for the end of terrorism and for all that's happening throughout the world, and the awful situation that occurs now with Christians being murdered and beheaded.
Father Gary also gave the example of how the Rosary was used during the Battle of Lepanto on October 7, 1571, when the naval forces of the Ottoman Turks outnumbered the Christian European Holy League off of western Greece.
If the Holy League lost, the Turks would have dominion over the Mediterranean, and they would sail onwards in their conquest of Europe. The future of Christianity in the Western world was at risk.
Father Gary explained how the Christian soldiers prayed the Rosary and were victorious in that battle. The feast of Our Lady of the Rosary is celebrated on October 7th.
The prayer of the Rosary, in the Battle of Lepanto was very powerful, and that same power exists today. It may be 400 plus years later, but the power of the Rosary is still there, and I think that we really have to use the Rosary in that way to really pray for peace in the world.
Many of those who attended the late afternoon service had young children in tow. Eugenia Doucette is a mother of 8.
Our Lady came to 3 children in Portugal back in 1917, and back then World War I was happening. She said we to pray the Rosary for world peace. And with the turmoil going on today in the world, it's more than evident. We need world peace with everything going on in Iraq, in the Middle East, and even in our own country. I mean, we can see ISIS. We're just being inundated all over the place with different evils, pornography, abortion, turmoil in the family, divorce. So it's really important to pray that rosary, because the rosary is the weapon, the key to heaven.
And a powerful way, she says, to help us know and love Jesus. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.